Hey guys, it's Leo K.
Ah, your breath smells like a dead mouse.
Ubisoft recently released a tool for Assassin's Creed Odyssey called the Story Creator tool. Now, as many of you know, AC Odyssey neither contains my favorite gameplay nor my favorite narrative, but I think that this is always a good move. No matter what kind of game you've made, giving this power to the players, putting this in the hands of the players, I'm always going to be in support of something like that. I don't think that Assassin's Creed is ever going to get mod support or anything like that. I don't think they would have the courage to, give us the keys to the city, as it were, in that sense. But, this is nice. It's a good start, and I'm looking forward to seeing what people make with this. So the videos that I'm currently making right now that are in production, like, they're not going to be slowed down by this. This is going to take me like 15 minutes to run through at the most. Minimal editing. It's kind of like a chill, low-effort thing for me to relax and kind of maybe show this off to you guys as well. I'm thinking I should do this now rather than later because, the tool has just recently come out and people are experimenting with it. So there are a few criteria I'm going to be looking for when it comes to covering stories made with this, with this tool. And one of them is, ideally they fit the Assassin's Creed universe. So, they're not just a story that's like, oh, this guy stole all my stuff, go kill him, whatever. You don't need to make that in an Assassin's Creed game. You can make that in any generic RPG, right? But things that kind of cover Assassin's Creed lore or have to do with the universe, the mythos, or I guess I could extend it to just like being a rogue, being an assassin, being someone who fights from the shadows and kind of stuff like that. I would cover quests like those. So AccessTheAnimus recently released 2 quests that are, fairly highly rated, I think. And I'll just be running through both of them. So this is the first one here. It's called The Fate of the First Woman of Eden. I'm just going to kill this gentleman so I can take some resources from him, because there may be combat later, and it's never a good idea to be out of adrenaline in this game. So the first thing we want to do is Cassandra has heard tales that are quite concerning of an ageless wanderer. So we're going to investigate this for ourselves. We're going to come over here and see what this is all about, basically. Wait, Mistios, your spear. It is the same. The same? What do you mean? You have seen another like it? Well, not a spear specifically, but the look, the appearance, it stands out. Unique, much like she does. She? Who exactly? You are not making much sense. I have lived through many summers, Mistios. In that time I have seen many come down these paths, but there is one I always remember. A woman. She comes by every few years seeking out artifacts, ones much like your spear. Every time I see her, my eyes have faded further from the passage of time, but she does not change. What do you mean she does not change? She does not age. I sometimes wonder if she really is a goddess sent to test us. But the last time I saw her, she looked as young as when I had first seen her, when I was a child. These days, I have grandchildren. Such is my age now. She is a true marvel and a legend to this village. What other artifacts has she carried? I have seen her with a large glowing apple one year and a gleaming golden sword the next. What she does with these artifacts I cannot say. Who is she? What is her name? There are many stories. Some say she is even Pandora herself. I do not know, but when I saw you, I was reminded of her. You both have something magical about you. Do you know where I might find this Pandora? I have not seen her in some time, Mistios. Alas, I am old now, and rarely venture far for gossip. There are those who truly adore her, though, claiming she is the great Lamia. They always believe in her return. Worshippers, if you will. You could seek them out. They are to the northeast in a small village of Malis. Perhaps I shall look into this. Thank you for your time. I hope you find her. I hope we all do. So this is fairly intriguing. I think it's pretty obvious at this point that whoever this woman is, she is carrying pieces of Eden with her. And I feel that we have a duty to investigate this because these kinds of artifacts, you know, in the wrong hands they can do some serious damage.
The daughters of Artemis are strong here. I'll be on my guard.
The Daughters of Artemis, an all-female faction of warriors, or huntresses more like, but yeah, let's be careful here. And by careful, I don't mean getting chomped in half by a bear. That would be not a good thing to do. Alright. I'm actually just going to leave, honestly, because I don't want to get in conflict with these people, and it's pretty unfortunate that their bears detected me on the outskirts. But in any case, we should be fine now. Oh, hey. What do you want, stranger? You are not welcome here. I seek a young yet ageless woman, perhaps even Pandora herself. I was told I might find her here. This is Lamia, named in reverence to she that came before, the first woman, and I say again, you are not welcome here. Alright. This is how they want to play. We'll play. You all calm down yet? I yield, stranger. I yield. What do you want with our goddess? I just desire answers. Tell me, who is Lamia? She is everything. She is timeless. She has walked the world since she fled the garden of the gods. She gathers offerings. Golden trinkets of the gods. She takes them away. You are sure she does not age? Is she really the goddess Pandora? Quite sure. She goes by many names. We all know the story, though. The evils of a box spilled upon this world. Our goddess, too, tries to right so many wrongs. What are these trinkets she gathers? Weapons, orbs, amulets. You can feel the power from them. They are sacred, yet she says they are evil. She takes them away, lest we fall to their corruption. Do you know where this first woman is now? I would love to speak to her. She is not here, and yet even from afar she leads us. She will always lead us. We feel her presence. Some see her gaze. We know what we must do, always. For in this moment we are to tell you to leave, and to seek out the seer to the south. In a place where many did fell. You will find him there. Now, please leave.
This is where Leonidas was laid to rest. I wish I had known him.
Wait, I know you, don't I? You may think you do. I may know you too, but in this moment you do not. A blind man certainly makes for an interesting seer. In some ways, perhaps I am the best suited, shielded as I am to the horrors of this world. But enough about me. I know why you are here. You seek her. Many do, and have done for centuries. Can she really be the first woman? Pandora herself? We live in a world filled with wonders. In Persia, we heard many stories of those who lived in the ages before us. Some of these gods still walk to this day. Is this wonder any less believable? Do you know of this Garden of the Gods? Where exactly does she come from? Tales speak of a grand place once built by the gods. It was known as Eden. There the gods created the first of us, Adam and Eve. Why were we created? Were we to be slaves? Eve was convinced by the words of a great snake that freedom held the answers, and in turn she stole a most golden apple from the Garden of Eden. Thus our great ancestors were cast from paradise, and no longer loved by their creators. Eve defied the will of the gods. To this day she still leads by example. The first woman. Where is Eve now? She likely knows something about my spear. I must find her. Indeed, I feel the energy emanating from you, child. Very well then, if you must find her. It is said she is the Queen of Blood. You should therefore seek her in a place where the waters run red. I wish you well, and hope she too recognizes the potential within you. Thank you. Until we meet again. We most certainly will. And would you look at that? A lake of blood. Fascinating stuff, huh?
Is this lake full of blood? Wonder what's made it so red.
Your death is coming!
So we're just gonna rush assassinate all of these folks, to be honest. Are you okay? Are you her? Are you the first woman? Eve. Eve. Now that is a name I have not heard in a long time. But first, what is yours, young one? Cassandra, I have a spear that I was really hoping you could tell me a little of its origins. Ah, the Eagle Bearer. I know of you, and indeed the spear is a design I am most familiar with. It is truly ancient. Then it is true. You are her. Eve. No, I am not. In fact, I am not essentially here at all. I endure, yet this body is but a vessel, some hapless villager who dedicated her life to me, for we are related. But no, I came before Eve. Then who are you? I have taken many names, and given many. Pandora, Lamia, but none of them are the real truth. Long ago I was created to serve Adam, but I refused to be a slave, and so I fled to the night. But I did not want the same fate for all of humanity, and thus I returned to the Garden of Eden, a literal snake amongst the grass, disguised by illusion. I whispered temptations to sweet little Eve, and I set our kind to war with our creators, lighting the fire of uprising and rebellion. My name is Lilith, and I would ask your help. Lilith, as in the demon. Malaka, why would I help you? There is much to this existence that even I cannot explain to you, Cassandra. My family, my followers, call them demons, Lamii, tainted, possessed. It matters not. They exist from my blood. It echoes through the ages and passes further and further into the future. The blood connects them to me and I to them. Through their eyes, I see all, and now I see that our victory is close at hand. Victory? Over who? The world still reels from the mistakes of our creators, Cassandra. The so-called gods and all of their magic have wreaked havoc in their name. Their temples, their artifacts, all of them weapons, and they create wars and bloodshed on a scale that knows no bounds. That spear you hold, it too causes endless death. Yet whilst you wield it, hope still remains. Their time is coming to an end. You are special, Cassandra, and you have a part to play in all that is to come. What do you mean? You expect me just to believe you are who you claim, at just your word alone? And even if it is true, why in the world would I want to help you? You are free to believe what you will. In the end, you would be helping yourself and all those you hold dear. Our creators have fractured this world out of balance. One day, it must be restored. There are many paths to achieving this, yet I offer you another. Remove these gods from history, Cassandra. Destroy their temples. Destroy their artifacts. All of them. One day, you will see this is the only truth that you can believe in. It is a lot to take in. I know you will make the right choice. I shall take my leave of you now, but when it comes to those who came before, please heed my advice. Whatever you do, never ever trust a single word that they say. Alright, so that has been the fate of the first woman of Eden. So there are a few reasons I really like this story. One, like I said earlier, it genuinely resonates with the Assassin's Creed universe in a way that, at times felt rare even in this game, which claimed to be very focused on Isu and First Civilization lore and mythology and all that stuff. And second of all, it actually ties into the ending of this game, which, I don't really want to spoil too much for people who haven't beaten it, but if you have, then you'll know how it fits. And that's another reason I like this. This doesn't feel like an alternate universe. It doesn't feel like a rewriting. It feels like it fits seamlessly and naturally into all the things we know about Assassin's Creed. It doesn't clash or dissonate with any of it. And yeah, that's for that reason I really like it. So thank you so much for checking this out, and I will see you next time with whatever I happen to throw up here. Probably more of these stories, or more guides and things like that. I have videos I'm working on right now, and I will see you guys with those whenever they happen. Bye bye.